We live. Okay. Dramatic pause.
Starting off.
Look, we've only got 82 people. Oh no, it's going up. 87. Look, no likes yet, unfortunately. Need a like. Someone give us a like.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Oh, 99. Going up. Look, we're not starting until we get, I don't know, 205 likes. There you go, 110. Oh, 107. What happened there? 4 likes. Right, we need the PM intro, so let's do it. Hello and welcome to the PM show. I don't know what I've got that on. Is that a question? Hold on, need to move it up again. There we go. That's the one we're at. I've seen. Thank you for the 18 people who've liked the show. Very nice. So we got 112 people in there as well. Very nice. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Hope you're all doing very well. Hello to everybody in live chat. Rolling the intro. Yes, we're in there. Let me just put my little online thing so I can see it's in. Oh, loads of you are in there as well. And loads of you are in the actual YouTube chat as well. So that's very nice. Good afternoon to Mr. Andy. Are you all right?
Yes, thank you.
Hard day at the office this morning?
Hard at work this morning, and I forgot to take my glasses. So I sat in front of a computer all morning. It's not as interesting as it sounds, honestly. Mm-hmm. It's not very interesting at all. Yeah, without my glasses, trying to go like this. But yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, not too bad.
Very nice. And Mr. Matt, busy?
Yes, busy on the phone most of the morning. and then doing all. Yeah, it has been today. It's been one of their mornings where it's just gone and I don't seem to have achieved anything.
Yeah, we were discussing it before we went on. I've had one of those days definitely too. It feels like I've done nothing whatsoever, but I haven't stopped. Yes. Yeah. One of those ones. Anyway, we do have to point out, because I get asked this 100 times a day, the members limited edition pre-order for the mugs is up now. So it's down below here in the forum. You can see it there. That'll link you off to the exclusive members areas gear with all the bits in there as well. And you can go in. All right. So that's the one where you want it. You can get the mug. It's up on pre-order right now. So if you want to get yourself one of those, you can put your name down into there. But they won't get shipped out until probably the first week in December. We're planning on getting them here before that, but that's what I'm allowing a week's grace for doing it. Okay, so eventually they are up now. You can go off, you can grab that one, and away you go. So if you fancy it, you get yourself a limited edition mug, you can do it. And then obviously any that we got left over, if after the actual pre-order thing, we'll put up onto the main site, and then obviously anybody else can buy them just like that. That's the plan for that one. So yes, thank God they finally arrived. Not that we have been looking for those forever. So anyway, that's that one. So it's this one here. If you want it, it's very nice. Nice little colour. You can use it, as I do, clearly, for a taught area. And that goes along with all your other ones from the previous years. So we got the 2021, and then we've obviously got the 2019 version, which was that one, and then obviously PM mug might be available as well at this rate.
In the new year.
In the new year, we're going to do the PM one as well. So mugs for all occasions.
Yeah, but with the proper colours on, because they were the prototypes, and then we changed the colours, didn't we?
We did snip the
so
colours a bit.
They're proper collector's editions if you've got the light blue.
Yes. Yes. Very nice indeed. So we got those ones, and they will be coming out. So like I say, keep up for it, and you'll be absolutely fine. Very nice. I think everyone's spotting everything in the back. I see the old Airfix 124 scale overmatched soldiers. Look at that.
It's not old. It's brand new.
Yeah. it's a new box. We were discussing them, obviously, the other day. We spoke about them a lot. But the box art is proper classic. Love it. And me and Andy were saying earlier is that the thing with the Hurricane one, like me and him quite want to build one now. Just the box art sold it. It was like, do you know what? The only one I've ever built is the Spitfire, and it was awful. So we quite fancy having a go at a Hurricane. So,
I can remember my dad built both the Spitfire and the Hurricane, and I've tried the Spitfire, and it was a horrible thing. And yeah, I would like to do the Hurricane, I must admit.
Yes. Yes.
Big lump.
Definitely.
They should redo it, shouldn't they? Perhaps the Spitfire they should redo. Because I reckon they'd do all right out of it. Because obviously everybody knows it's crap. Because even on the chat on here, it said the Spitfires should like burn it.
Yeah, I know.
But none of the others ever get bashed.
No.
It's always the Spit. But obviously that's probably the most iconic thing there. So you think they'd like, well, we might revisit that and do an updated version of the 124. Because they'd sell it. I think that'd actually sell, to be fair.
Yeah.
Don't know, you never know, it might, but
again, if they did it a good kit justice, like they did with obviously the Typhoon and then the Hellcat, if they was to put it into a Spitfire, it would do really well. Let's face it. And their point of view, they're still getting money out of an old kit from Jesus. When is that? Early 70s?
71? Did we say 72?
Something like that, wasn't it?
71, yeah.
Yeah.
But they've done the Vulcan, though, haven't they? So
yeah.
Never say never.
But nobody's ever pestered them to do a 24th scale Spitfire, though, have they? Everyone's pestered them for a new Vulcan because it's doable. But perhaps everyone got so many nightmares of doing that kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Yeah, better than, I know what you're saying. They don't get much hassle for redoing that. Wife's off. See you later.
Oh, see. Bye, Leslie.
Nigel says, I can't believe it's been a whole year since the last one.
What a bug.
Well,
I thought it meant last year. I thought it meant the last year.
Yeah.
So it's always good.
A COVID edition. Should have a mask on her. Should have redone her with a little mask on her face. The COVID 2021 edition.
Yeah.
Rob says he wants a PM mug. I've never got a PM mug either.
Not many people.
These were very limited. I think we only did 2, wasn't it?
There's a sample, and we didn't get many. But we were looking to actually get some PM mugs if people are interested. We was on about merch, weren't we?
Yeah.
As well for T-shirts and hoodies and stickers and whatever. I don't know. Obviously, Phil's Flory side of it has got the more glamorous pin-up artwork, shall we say, than a But if anybody's interested, then obviously I'm sure we can sort it. We'll definitely sort it in the new year, if not for this year now. But yeah, so. And then, as you can see, I just thought, because I've been dying to this, is to line up the Edard kits just to see with the box art. So if you did want to hang them on your wall,
that's what you'd look like.
And that's what they'd look like, yeah.
I saw, remember, had posted a picture up and he'd framed them, hadn't he?
Yes.
And,
very nice.
Yeah.
I was going to say, those ones at the top, where you've got the Spitfire, and then behind it's the Argosy, and obviously the Bison, is that like, crap kit corner up there?
Games there, and that's not that bad.
No, I was going to say, never done Hurricane, so I can't comment on that, but everyone says it's the better one, so yes.
Nobody says about 109. Well, I don't think the 109 is that bad either. I think that's pretty buildable. So, yes. Anyway.
Are the 24th scale ones on the site yet? Have you put them up yet?
Yeah, they're new arrivals. Go to new arrivals.
All right, okay, new arrivals. Hold on.
Jump the gun.
Sorry, it was only because they're asking in chat.
So
there they are.
Nigel Williams said he burnt his Spitfire with fire. Burnt it with fire. There'd be Spitfire letters.
To be honest, a lot of us did that. I used to set them alight and put a bit of string on the wing, drill a hole through the wing, and then like that.
All right.
Lassoing them on fire, so you had that beautiful black smoke from the plastic burning coming off of it. And my old man probably wondered where hundreds of cans of WD-40 would disappear to over the years. Every time he got to it, he was probably like, "Bloody hell, it's empty again." That's me. I used to set light of everything to it.
Well, last year, I went round to my parents' house, and they'd got some black squash things about this big. And they showed me and said, "You know what these are?" And I looked at them, they're like burnt Airfix kits that had burnt in the garden. And when they've been gardening, they've dug them up. And they found these black plastic pancakes. So
that's it. Do you know what? I was going to say that. You got to imagine that in hundreds of years' time, there's going to be archaeologists, and they're going to be there with a paintbrush, brushing this, wondering what this plastic flat stuff that's been burnt in the bottom of everybody's terrace houses were. And it was kids from the 70s and 80s setting fire to all the Airfix stuff.
Back to say when they're doing it's not going to be through layers of rock and all that. It'll be layers of plastic.
Yes, that's it. Yeah,
it's just
and it'll be burnt out shells of Matchbox cars where you've torched them, so it's just the metal that's left. The plastic's all burnt off. It'll be like that as well. And it'd be like, oh look, here it is.
Rob said he set his parents' carpet on fire trying to do battle damage to a plane.
Rob, what flavour pot noodle are you having? He wants to know. He's got craving.
Got to be beef and tomato, hasn't it? It's anyone that's nice.
Chicken and mushroom.
Yeah, I like the sweet and sour.
Oh, there you
Sam,
go.
Sam had a sticky rib one the other day.
Hmm.
That looked quite nice. Sounded quite nice.
See, the question though for today is, why is it pot noodle now doesn't come in a pot, but super noodles does now? It's like they've switched over, isn't it?
Yeah, beef and tomato. That's the normal one, isn't it?
Ooh, like that, yeah.
Bombay bad boy.
That's no.
No, wrong.
Could have a conversation. I'm going to say, at least Sam's getting acclimatised to student food, eating pot noodle.
Exactly.
Yeah, living on pot noodle and super noodles. That's it.
Yeah.
Anyway, just to follow on from yesterday's, just before we get started, I thought we'd just have a quick look at this. So, I have to do this, otherwise you'll be looking at me crutch, which is never a good look. Okay, so I thought we'd just recap on this one. If I do that and then that. No, wrong one. Try that one. There we go. This was from yesterday, if you were watching and joining with us, and you can probably see now these have all properly gone totally off now. You can see how they've dried and how they've gone. But I was surprised, this one, there's not a lot in it. Considering one was rapid thinners, and obviously we saw it dried a lot quicker, but overall finish, there's not a lot in it. But as you can see, it's very, very flat. But the rapid thinners, I'm trying to get it to reflect, but we're not going to get much of it, are we?
No,
but
it's a bit flat.
It's actually not as flat as it looks on camera. I would say that's bordering on flat satin, but both of them are actually quite nice. And I thought this one would be like proper flat, as in dead flat, but it's got a nice sort of satin flat finish. Maybe you got this one might be a little bit more, but the overall from a feeling it is absolutely very smooth. Again, considering also, I do have to point out that bottle of blue, which was whatever it is, I had it here already, here we go, was this one here. This is really old. So I was like, you can probably see how the label's faded. It's not like a new bottle, which is probably nice, but it still went on very, very good. But these ones down in here with the LP range are definitely some type of glosses or a satin. But you can probably see how those all went off from this one down here. But, you know, I think the interesting point is, from a finish point of view, if you're looking at it, the Rapid still dries pretty good. It's not like you get a dead flat finish with rapid drying thinners. It still does it. It's got its time, but it definitely dries quicker. So from a finish point of view, I don't think there's much in it. But from a drying time, as we saw up here, this thing was drying good to go within a few minutes. This one probably took about an hour to go off. But from a finish point of view, there's not a lot in it. They're both very, very nice. And as I say, these down in here, Rapid, and that was self-leveling thinners, there's still pretty good effects onto it. You know, normal. So yeah.
So I like that.
Interesting. I just thought it was quite, because I expected this to be more flat than that. But it wasn't. So really what we're saying here is that the actual rapid drying thinners, even though it is rapid, it still gives you a very nice satin finish. It's not a horrible finish to it, you know? And again, these up here. But if you want a flat one, look at those. They are like, was it that BMW black colour they put on their car that absorbs sort of like 99% of all light? That's like this. No reflection to it whatsoever, you know?
Proper flat, isn't it?
But I thought it was just quite an interesting comparison with those ones.
Yeah.
But you can see a slight difference. This is normal thinners, rapid drying thinners, and obviously retarded thinners. And then that, but you can see that's got more texture than these two. So how has the rapid dryer gone on so smooth? I just wouldn't have thought it would have done. I just thought it's quite interesting. So it's not a result I thought would happen.
But the LP8's gloss, isn't it? So all it's done is dried quicker.
Yeah.
It's not took the shine out of it because LP8's a gloss blue.
Yeah.
So, don't know.
But like up here as well, onto flats, it's pretty similar, but it did definitely dry it a lot quicker. So all I'm saying is that from a modelling point of view, I very much like self-leveling thinners because I thought they give a smoother finish as well. But that sort of disproved that because actually rapid drying thinners gives it just the smooth finish, and it's smoother. The rapid dryer's got a smoother finish than normal thinners. The
trouble is though, if you're going to gloss coat, you can't gloss coat with rapid thinners. You've got to use a retarder because it's going to go off as fast as you think it. You're going to have dry patches, aren't you? So if you're putting rapid thinner in GX100, you're going to get some sort of gloss. but it's going to be patchy as out because you can't get it on even.
Yeah.
That's where your leveling fin is, and I presume that's with obviously just normal gloss if you're doing black or white or red or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously how big a thing you're painting, isn't it?
Yes.
If you're painting something that big, you want as slower, thinner as you can get, so you get a nice smooth finish.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, if you're painting something this big,
yes,
you can probably do it rapid finish because you just go and it'll
just blast it on.
Yeah, I mean, at least you've got a thinner for every occasion. Chunks, you know what I mean?
Yes. Yes, it's definitely worth having a few in the collection.
Yeah. Quickly in YouTube chat, one of the guys is asking, is the MKF14 as good as the Tamiya kit? It's different, aren't they? So one's got a bit more detail, as in the AMK one, and the Tamiya one's an easier to build kit.
I've got a theory on that.
I've got a theory. Go on, Matt.
It's cheaper, and we're selling it on offer.
And that was me next bit. We've got them on offer on the site as well.
And
he has actually seen him because he says that £52 is a good value price. So.
And it is because you know, is it in here?
If it's true, it normally
next to the.
There it is. I got it. So my theory to this is, like I said before, is that, as I say, especially for 52 quid, that kit is an absolute bargain because of how much is the Tamiya one? 90 for the D. There's technically not 40 quid's worth in the extra in the Tamiya kit. I built the Tamiya one and I know that kit as well. And if I was to build one tomorrow, then I would build the AMK one. And it's got nothing to do with this slightly more detail. And the thing is, again, okay, that one you can do, you know, slats and flaps and all the rest of it, but actually it's a false economy because you can, because we've got one of our members did it, made it movable parts, but generally you've got the option to have the wings fully forward, you know, midway or fully folded back. But, you know, I think for a bang for the buck and everything you're going to get, then definitely the AMK one. Even though I think the Tamiya one is a nicer kit. It goes together very, very nicely. It's typical Tamiya. You just drop glue, shake, add paint, and that's it. It's pretty much a no-brainer. But yeah, definitely. Very, very nice, but it's not 40 quid extras worth of nice.
And I've got one of each, but I've got the A in Tamiya and the D in AK.
Yeah. But no, I must admit, the Tamiya kit is absolutely fantastic. And one of the best things about the Tamiya one is how the front canopy fits because it's part of the fuselage. That's a fantastic little idea. And then also the way it's got a plate that just clicks in, and mine isn't even glued to this day, which does from the forward intake section to the engine. And there's always a seam there. It doesn't matter if it's a flanker or a Tomcat, anything that has that type of body design has it. And it's seamless, absolutely seamless. And as I say, mine isn't even glued. It's just sat there. So
two ways of talking says on the Tamiya kit, if the flaps and slats are down, how do you move the wings? You can't. It doesn't have flaps and slats on the Tamiya one.
No.
The MK one does, and somebody did, like I said, did it so that you could. Did it use different wings on it, so you can put the different wings?
No, you just sort of grafted it about, didn't it? So it was posable and you could sort of move it. But again, you've got that thing where obviously if you've got the flaps down, you can't have the wings sweep. And again, if you want to get a little bit pedantic over it, then the pneumatic airbag system on the back of the fuselage where the wing sweeps across needs to blow up when the wings are forward. And obviously it deflates because it gets squashed when the wings come back. And there's all those different things into it. But, you know, again, it's just one of those, sometimes it's quite nice to pose it up and down. And my one, for instance, because I've got mine flaps up, it's up there at the moment on its stand with the wings back. But if you wanted to, you can pull the wings forward. So you have got the option where the AMK one, you can't actually do that if you want to do the AMK one, which is a bit odd. So even if you did it flaps and everything up, you can't sweep the wings because it comes with a fixed geometry. So you just say A, B or C version. A is the wings all the way forward and technically you'd have your flaps down, all the rest of it. Or B, you can have it at sort of whatever it is, like a 45 degree, or you can have it 68 degree, I think it is on Tomcats, for fully swept and over swept for parking. So, but there's no way of physically moving it. Yet the Tamiya one you can. But then the Tamiya one, you don't come with slats and flaps and all the goodies and the nice bits that the AMK one comes with. So I think, you know, if you're going to make your decision on how you're going to have it and stick with it, the AMK one, but it's 40 quid cheaper. You can't justify spending another 40 quid on a 48 scale kit.
I think the thing with the AMK one though is it does give you the option of having them open or closed. Whereas the Tamiya, there's no option there, is there? So you know, it's whether you want the option or not.
Because again, there was always that thing about if you wanted to do the Tomcat in some type of landing or takeoff configuration or something else like that, if you wanted to put it on a cat, you can't do that with the Tamiya one because you've got no way of putting the slaps and flats down because it doesn't have it. So, yes. Although there is an aftermarket company, I will say there is an aftermarket company that makes for the Tamiya kit solid wings with flaps and slats already deployed and everything, and you can put them on as an aftermarket.
So the AMK one did have rather a difficult birth though, didn't it?
Yes, it was a long birth. It was overdue. If it was a baby, I think it would have been induced years ago.
Hey, it would be starting senior school.
Yeah, that's it. You would come out and gone to university. But no, I think the trouble, as I say, I was very critical. I've done the review of it, is that it's got a gorgeous slip molded front fuselage. It doesn't need to have it because again, you've got parts that overcoat it in every single area, so you're not going to see where the seam lines would ever be on that particular kit. So it seems funny how they've obviously invested quite a lot of money and tooling into a slip molded front end for it, when in theory you don't see it. It's not a requirement, so it's almost like they've done it for the sake of it. You could have just had two halves and put them together, but there you go.
Yeah, talking as last time he saw the wings were about 150 quid.
Yeah, no, they're not cheap. But they are available. They are out there. But again, that was one of those things because Tamiya at the time weren't going to put weapons in the set. And when that initially got released, I think at Suzuka, everybody went mental because they were like, doesn't come, it was like the Hasegawa kit, doesn't come with any weapons at all. It hasn't got, obviously wing slaps and flats or like a boarding ladder and all the usual things we expect because of the Hasegawa one, which was obviously the one to go for at that point. And again, Tamiya backtracked and gave weapons for it, but originally it wasn't going to come with weapons. It was only ever going to come with the TARPS pod and the fuel tanks.
Well, everyone thought the AMK one wasn't going to come with weapons, didn't they? And then they bought out the separate weapons pack, but you actually got the weapons in the kit as well.
It came with it as well. Yeah.
The F-14 is Matt's favourite aircraft.
I'll tell you what, I switched off and nodding off then. Your pair are boring me.
He hates it, don't you?
We're going to sit him down and take him to Top Gun 2.
You know, I'll be poking my own eye there. But anyway, you've sold it well there, chaps. Thanks for that. Oh dear.
Right, do you want to take people around the store then and show them what you've been up to?
Yeah, go on, Andy, because you put it all in. I've got
let me just click on to where's my PM store bit.
Right.
Yeah, so we've put a lot of extra kits on to the on sale section today. Just point out that the Edard Spitfire, the Spitfire Mark 9, Mark 8, and the P51, they're both on now 15% off. So they're on that, real bargains. And also the Tamiya Spitfire Mustang, £17.99. And Phil's mentioned that's one of his all-time favourite.
Yeah, beautiful kit, builds. Fantastic kit.
Yeah.
Next to it, Phil, the F16.
Yeah.
And the F16, well. Yeah.
And the F16 next to it, look. And the Sky Raider.
Video build there's a video build on that one. 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 I didn't do a video build on that one. Just work your way through them down here. So yes.
Yeah.
30-second Messerschmitt, very nice.
Yes. This is £29.50. We've also got that Bowden Plate limited edition. That's the last one we've got of those of the 109s. 109 and FW190.
Yeah.
Dual combo limited edition.
Mm-hmm. That's the D9, the long wing one, isn't it? The big one.
It's
stretched version, isn't it?
Yeah, and a G into the.
It's a G14, that is, I think.
It says on the box.
Yeah, G14 and the D9.
That gives it away a bit when it says it on the box.
Oh, we're good.
We're blokes who don't read instructions and things. That's like defeating the object.
Tell you what, though, it's quite a nice box art.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
So we've already got one of them. So if you want it, because I think that's done again. I think that's another one that's now gone. In the limited edition,
Gone to the limited edition place in the sky.
That's the one.
eBay, where they charge you a fortune for it, in other words.
Exactly.
The Kinetic F18 aggressor markings,
Yes.
which is the latest one that they've done, I think, into the F18.
Yeah, this is the gold one as well. So they did a few little things to fix. There was an issue on the front canopy of this, which, funny enough, I've got another version of this and it was all right as well. I've been fixed on that one. But anyway, they did a little retool on the front end because apparently it had a little bit of a problem. I didn't think I had it, but there you go. But I've done that kit. There's a video build on that one as well. But beautiful. And obviously this is the kit where you can do it as a single seat for a C, or you can do the D, the 2-seat as well. So it's a 2-in-1 box. So yeah, you can do single seats in there, but you can do A through C. So you can do the A plus, and then the C, and then obviously the D and the B plus and all the rest of it. They're in there as well. So you get all the different vents underneath the chin, which is basically the main difference between them all, and a few lumps and bumps. So yes, good kit.
And what you should really do is buy the F18 aggressor and the F16 aggressor and build them together.
Yes, you could have both move caps. Shall I get mine? Because mine's almost available. Look, it's hanging out.
Yeah.
Hold on, it's mine. Jesus. Hold on. It's a bit like getting, yeah. Hold on, here's, all right. But have to say, beautiful, beautiful kit. Came out very, very well.
Yeah.
Seeing as I'm a bit of a initiado or idiot on Hornets, I have to say this is the definitive one. This is the one you want to go for now. So the great thing about that kit is you can do all the legacy Hornets out of one box.
That was the first one you built for a while, wasn't it?
It was. This is the first Hornet I've built in, crikey, lots and lots of years after building quite a few of them. You can see them on the forum. Well, not all of them. I think there's around about 70 I put up on there. The 256 I did, because some of them are very similar. But yes, I have to say, really very, very nice kit, that one. Cool.
And can I just say before anyone asks, no, the shadow stands aren't available.
No.
Ever.
Ever.
So, Phil, just on a different thing, Slave 1.
Sorry?
Slave 1.
Yes. Do you want me to go and get that as well?
No, no. We're on about the old fine molds one in 72nd. Did they do a 72nd one, fine mold?
I don't know, to be honest. I haven't got it here.
I'm reading in our chat that they did a 72nd one.
All right. I must admit, I've got a lot of fine molds kits here in one version or another.
Yeah.
And I didn't know they did a 72nd one. That'd be big lump.
Yeah, it says, because somebody's saying wish Bandai would do one in 72nd. 72nd, like the fine molds one. I didn't know fine molds did it. I always thought they did the TIE fighter.
Because the thing is, a lot of people think that's quite a small lump. I've got it upstairs up in the office, but it's about that big anyway, even in that scale. It's not a tiny little lump.
It comes in like the size of an ATAC box.
Yeah. In fact, I might have another one.
It's quite a deep, it's a normal size sort of Bandai box, but it's the deeper one. So
yeah. No, I haven't got another one here of that, I must admit. But yeah, but the kit itself, it's quite a lump and a half. It is, you know.
Just think of the weathering possibilities for that. Because can you backdate that to a Django Fett one or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
What about the new Mandalorian? Is he in one of them? Or is
no, he ain't got one of them.
What's he in now then?
He's got another one, which is technically, I suppose, it would be, I don't know what class it would be under, actually. I can't remember, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. Somebody live chat, something what it's called.
We talked about it the other week, didn't we?
Yeah, we were talking about weathering it and painting it, weren't we? How you know about doing it in the metals.
It's a razor crest, is it?
Razor crest. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Razor crest.
So how far's the Mandalorian?
Thank you, David.
After whichever last Star Wars we were at, I don't know, you know.
Well, it's a prequel.
In the Star Wars universe, where is it?
It's technically a prequel, isn't it?
To what?
It's before Star Wars, in theory, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know. I've never seen it because I ain't got Disney and I'm not paying for Disney. So
oh, there you go. It's just after Return of the Jedi. It's very. I don't know if it was just before or just after. Yeah, 10 years after Return of the Jedi.
Okay. Ah, right. Okay.
So yes.
So do this cheer like suits these Mandalorians then? Because he's got the same suit as Boba Fett, isn't he? Before he got
the classic design of it all as well. Yeah, it's a version of, because it's under the Mandalorian. Their helmets, it's their thing, isn't it?
Okay.
So his is all metal.
His is all, yeah.
Because is there more Mandalorian in the new one?
Hey?
Is there more of them in the new one? Because weren't they only in the first series? Weren't they just him?
Yes.
Didn't say a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't say anything to Paul, really.
Is there 4 of them now? And one's a female?
I haven't seen the new series yet.
Well, it's just, I seen a thing on, and there was this actress in a suit, a female.
Are you thinking of the first series with the with the woman who's a wrestler, isn't she?
Yeah.
Katie, somebody her name is Katie Sackhoff.
Yeah, she's the martial arts thingy. No, she's in the first season. She's not a Mandalorian. She's a soldier, isn't she? From
I don't know.
She's a soldier from some.
Right. Okay. So John's put how old is Baby Yoda then? About 1,000 years old, isn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never watched the Mandalorian thing, so I don't know. But yeah. So the ships before Slave One, then after
Slave One, yeah.
Right. Okay. What's a Starbucks BSG-75? What's that? I thought Starbuck was in Battlestar Galactica, wasn't it?
Starbuck was Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
BSG, Battlestar Galactica.
Used to be the face man of A-Team.
A-Team, yeah, that's it.
It was the original Starbuck, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or was that the other one? No, Apollo was the one, wasn't it?
Starbuck was Cara Thrace, wasn't she? The woman who...
right.
Yeah, that's in the more new ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it says this Katie Sackhoff is Starbuck in the Battlestar Galactica. That must be where I got mixed up then.
Oh, right.
Okay, right.
Anyway, right, where were we?
On the shop.
Right, so yes, anyway, we've got one of them. We haven't got any Mandalorian bits. There it is.
Vulcan, 114, Trumpy Vulcan.
Yes.
They're in and ready for sale.
A lot of the ones you see in here, there is reviews of them as well.
Yeah.
But so far, we haven't actually managed to embed them into the PM store quite yet. A few of them have got them, but not a lot. It's something we need to do because there is reviews for pretty much all of this. But you just have to flick back to the Flory site. So if you just pop in here and go into reviews, you will get past coronavirus. They'll be in here. So if you go in the various areas, like the Bandai one, if we just show that, where are we, Bandai? There's tons of Bandai, being obviously a bit of a fan, and I think I've got them all. You've got all the reviews. I think he should be in here, unless we did it as part. There we go. Slave One, there's a review of it.
Colour scheme.
There you go.
All the way they're in.
Very nice it is too. But say I have built it as well. But the thing is, we built it as part of a Saturday show with it. So, but no, very nice. Typical Bandai. Beautiful. No problem at all. Very, very nice.
I think you've also got the review of the Gecko Models truck in there, haven't you, as well? Which one
I did the tanker one, yeah, which is this one here. Yeah.
But it's obviously the same truck with different back on it.
Yeah, it's just got the tanker on the back.
Cargo one in it. So. And the Vespid things are back in stock as well. The 2 little tanks that you did, the Mouth and the Croc Comet tank, we've got them back in as well. I
do have to apologise. Somebody sent me a message. I haven't answered them yet, but they were saying apparently the mouse saw action, which I didn't realise. I always thought it was just a prototype.
It was.
But apparently, well, not according to the gentleman who's emailed me, with a load of details saying it was actually used in anger. There's 2 of them that were completed, and they were both used in combat.
I thought there were 2 built, but weren't properly completed. One was completed, but then the Germans blew it up. Then the Russians took the turret off one of them and put it on the other one that wasn't completed, and took it back to Russia.
Oh well, I don't know.
I'm sure.
Yeah, he did mention about that. He did say about it, but apparently they saw action as well. So they're not quite paper tanks because they were used. I didn't realise it even moved. I thought they just got one moving to show Hitler, which was probably a load of people inside just doing this. to get it to look like it's moving.
I thought they captured it at the actual proving grounds. But...
Apparently, you showed them what password on YouTube.
Oh, did I?
Apparently, Leeds said you have.
Oh.
Showed what?
I don't know.
Well, that's it. Now everyone's going to go back and check. So if he'd shut his map, we would have been all right. Does this mean I have to go offline and go and change it?
Yeah, I would. Quick.
Right. There you go. You get them. I'll be back.
Yeah, just have to change it. So we can't actually show anything else. Can you see from there what we've got here? Because
we just have to talk.
Yeah. Also, at the bottom of the special office section, you'll see that we've got some damage box kits. Tiger 1, the Riffield, Challenger 2, Dragon, Panther. We've got the Tamiya Honda CBR 1000 and the Ebro, the Lotus, and the Ebro Tyrrell. The boxes on them are only slightly damaged. They're definitely not crushed damaged. All the kits are perfect inside. They're just like slightly damaged on the corners, aren't they? And didn't sort of.
Everything, just to tell you, there's only a few of the Challies left. The bike, I think there's only one left, if I remember. There's a couple of Lotuses left. There's a couple of Tyrrells left. So yeah, once they've gone, they've gone.
I think there's only one Panther left in there.
Yeah, there's only one Panther left as well. So we're getting down to the bare bones with them. So if you want to grab them before they go, and then that'll be it. That will be it.
Definitely worth getting for the price.
Yeah, and I know somebody who was just in our chat was on about the World War I tank, the main one.
Yes.
And Phil's reviewed it because that's the one with full interior, and it's a really good kit actually, isn't it?
Yeah, really nice kit, and you can do it so that the side sponsons come off, can't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can have it just so they push on, and you have I got one? I ain't got one, have I?
No, yeah, you have got one. Technically,
I've got one, but not here.
See ya, because I have to pick one off you. I'm a backup stock, but yes, it's a fantastic. I mean, I think price-wise, even compared to the Tamiya one, it's not far off, and you get more detail because obviously you get an interior with it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
fixed it.
We fixed it.
Done.
Fixed it.
Guess what the password is this time?
What's the Trumpet 109G like? It's a really nice kit, but is that the one that needs re-riveting?
The G?
The G.
I don't think so, is it? I thought the E was the one that wanted the one. Would you like me to have a look?
Yeah, we do have a 109 expert, but he's very.
Well, he's working.
No, not that one. The other one. The one that builds lots of 109s in one go and then goes walkabouts for about 6 months and then.
Yes.
That then. Got a G14. Will that do?
Yeah.
G14, yeah?
No. The Trumpeter one, 32nd.
Oh, the Trumpy 32nd, the Trop one.
Riveted, aren't they?
Are they riveted? I can't remember if it's them that's riveted.
Yeah, it's the Asagao ones.
Asagao ones, isn't it? No, so yeah, so the Trumpeter ones are nicer, aren't they?
The Asagao ones need riveting.
Yeah. So the Trumpeter one for the price, it's a really good kit. Can't. That was weird because I've got YouTube playing on one side. I could see Matt still talking, and I'm looking on this one. He's not even on the screen.
Yes, I know. There is. I had to set it back the other way, you see, because technically people who are watching it on TV couldn't watch us live and stuff, so it's got a slight delay now.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the one.
That's it. Tourist Talking says there was a mouse that worked, but they destroyed it. Yeah, and the Russians swapped the turret for the working one, but destroyed one to undamaged one. That one's in. Yeah, you bring. Yeah, I'm sure it was at the proving grounds where they got them, where they got them, and Germans had blown them up. But.
That's riveted. I ain't gone over it here, but it's riveted.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
You're not see it, I don't think, on the camera, but it is riveted. Can you see it? No.
No.
No. Trust me, it is riveted. So. Well, that's quite cool, that one. It's quite nice.
Yeah, nice schemes.
I wouldn't trust the decals in that. We're going after more kit, to be honest. But as we were on about yesterday.
Very nice.
All right, yeah.
There you go.
Ones. There you go. There's
Stop a bit, Matt.
He's all right. He's in. Yeah. Very nice.
Cool.
So they are the 48 ones, aren't they? Especially that one.
It's the only one that is out there, as I say, in 48th with all the bits on it. As I say, the A is all over the place, but not the B's and C's. C is the only one whatsoever, I think, is the Kitty Hawk 48th one. I don't think there's even a 72nd one available yet.
No, it's a big lump, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than the other ones. Got a hell of a wingspan on it.
Yeah. So yes. So what else we've got? The AMK MiG 31, which again is a very nice kit, isn't it?
Yes.
So so that's the specials for this week, and then we will thingy for next week when we're doing next week's shows for what we're going to do for the turkey shoot weekend.
Yes, so obviously we've got the turkey shoot weekend coming up in a couple of weekends' time. So the plan with that one is to be completely, laid back, modelling, have fun, but also we're going to have some sales and various bits and pieces up on the PM store as well. So
just in other things on deliveries and pickups, because I've had a few messages about has this gone and that. All the Tornadoes that were pre-ordered got picked up yesterday, along with Phil's big box. It was like 10 to 5 when it went, but they've all gone. So hopefully, Parcel Force 48 is 48.
Yeah.
He's getting them tomorrow technically, but I've got a feeling you're probably going to get them Saturday because they are stacked. And also the orders from last week, the back order ones are all going. The rest of, should I say, are either booked in and you'll have had your tracking numbers, or they're going to the post office this afternoon. So they're with the state then. So finally caught up, week and a half later.
Yes.
So
Matt, you got any T80s in the store?
T80s.
Like a Rebel one.
The
UD.
I've got a T90 and a T72 in Meng. I don't think I've got a T80. The only other T80 we had was the Vesta one. Why? Who wants one? Could probably get a T80 in, why? Wants one.
Just 1 second.
I presume it's 35th, or is it 72nd, or?
One of the guys in YouTube chat.
LGNDHLST, whatever that means.
That's the problem with YouTube. You don't know the are, do you?
No, this is it. Could be anyone.
When is the review of the 32nd Tornado? When Phil gets it tomorrow?
Well, I get it, which might be Friday.
Could be tomorrow.
Or tomorrow. Maybe.
More likely Friday.
More likely Friday, yes.
More likely Friday.
But yes.
Well, Rob's asked about, are there any more sci-fi or car kits on the horizon? There's a few bits and bobs. To be honest, Rob, I'll be honest, mate, car kits and sci-fi don't sell very well. They're an hard sell. So, we have got obviously the BMAX stuff in, and it's absolutely chucking it down here. I thought it got up. Sorry, I just looked out the window. But yeah, they are a hard sell. They're a bit niche, I suppose. I don't know. And as for sci-fi's hard to get hold of. It's like Mobius and Polar Lights and stuff like that. Obviously, there's the Bandai stuff, but there's not really. They're hard to get. They come and go. Sporadically, shall we say. There's not really constant flow coming in. So I presume it's licensing as well with sci-fi, isn't it? Because obviously they're film related or program related, and so scrapers. Go on. What?
I was going to say, are there any guys from the States in the chat? Because they seem to have lots of American muscle cars, custom cars that available. And it always sort of strikes me that there must be good sellers over in America compared to over here. Because, like I say, car-wise, Oh, really? It's not really.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I know is AMT and Revell.
Yeah.
That do muscle cars and stuff, and AMT can get now and again, if I'm honest, it comes and goes, but and Revell is just when it gets released, I suppose, because they've got the molds for them. I mean, there is some.
Tom's Yank. Tom, do car kits sell well in America? Yeah, because say over here, it's a niche.
I think what would sell well we can't get, which is F1. Because we don't do them anymore. I think the F1 kit sold pretty well, and people ask me, you know, why can't you get them? And obviously, with the licensing and everything that we've discussed before, they've obviously fell off the planet kind of thing. But as for just normal stuff, I don't know.
I think, you know, when I was used to have talks quite a lot with Monogram back in the day, when there was Revell USA. They used to say that probably 80% of their business was cars.
Well, again, they've got NASCAR.
And that's what it was. It was because they had all the tie-ins. Yeah.
States. It's massive. Yeah. Where over here, you've got touring cars.
Yeah.
F1. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, really. There's like this. That's about it, isn't it?
Yeah. Tom says a lot of AMT. And so the craft stores sell a lot. So more like hobbycraft into it rather than model stores. And Tolkien says I build them myself, cars and trucks, and they're hard to find. Yeah, you can't get F1 kits over in the US.
You can't get
them over here now.
You can't get them over here either.
I think it's because when he sold the rights to a different company, didn't he? So they've obviously relicensed it.
But again, obviously the car thing is obviously from which, you know, in America, obviously the muscle car thing was massive for them, but not over here. But then you bring a Mark II Escort here, or if they released a Capri or something, you think, oh, I used to either own one of them, or, you know, like Tammy used to do, didn't they?
Yeah.
But they used to do quite a few, like the Volvo, the Sierra, and whatever, like the normal cars that we could get. They probably sell more than the muscle car, but obviously they don't do it for, again, probably licensing and how much they're paying. So,
the Kimbrian Bull says, "Did Phil get haircut, or is he looking extra sharp today?"
I'm just looking sharp. You know that bit I had back here yesterday, because I had it done yesterday's show as well, and I had that bit stick out. It turns out I've missed a bit. So I went back upstairs, and this big chunk came off, and it was like, I must have missed a bit. There's me thinking it was just a little bit, you know, it was sticking out. It wasn't. I'd literally had a tuft that I'd missed. But I'm finished now. I cut my own hair, you see. I literally just got it set. That's it. Good to go. So yeah, looking sharp now.
You need to pull it.
Hey, don't knock it. We could go back to like the 1990s when I had long hair. And obviously, because my hair's really thick, yeah. Luckily, I think I've destroyed all photos of me with it.
Oh, you spoiled sport.
Tracy says most of what I see are older re-release kits, not much new stuff. Yeah, that seems to be a thing with car kits, isn't it? They do.
Yeah.
Why am I brave?
I think the other thing is like muscle cars, isn't it? Not muscle, supercars.
Has it slipped? Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the local hobby shops here are about 40% cars, mostly muscle cars, and Ashima. Again, it's big in like Japan. I think somebody was putting on here about sci-fi. Is Japan? They are just love it, don't they? They can't get enough sci-fi stuff with the Gundams and you know.
And that is the thing, isn't it? I think regionally you get variations in it. In Japan, especially, say Gundam, the sci-fi, that type of era, and also cars.
Yeah.
Because they do a lot of obviously cars in that part of the world more than military stuff. So yeah, definitely.
I mean, we've had the Aoshima sort of Range Rover in that, haven't we? And to the MGs, and I know in the future we have got some other stuff lined up to come in from Fujimi when that arrives, which probably car-wise will, for the UK market, will be applicable, shall we say?
Yes.
Ron McCluskey said I'd love a Capri kit. There is Capri kits available, isn't there?
To be honest, there was a nice Capri for sale. It's a 1.6, whatever it is, L. It's just a bog standard one on my Facebook, you know, one of those things. But looks like somebody's had a go. Oh, God, they've made a right up of it, you know, right the way through. Because it's like, God, you're just going to be repairing somebody else's work.
Yeah. Richard says he's got about 100 car kits in his stash. God, I'm a big muscle car fan, especially Mustangs.
Mm. Yeah, they're out there, aren't they? You can get pretty much every what do they call it, generation, isn't it? Because I like Camaros, to be honest. I'm partial to a Camaro. And you know, I know there's lots of them because they were obviously the big sellers, weren't they? Mustangs and Camaros and the muscle cars, I presume, over in the States back in the day. But yeah, between Revell and AMT, I think probably done everything, and Corvettes.
David Hughes in chat's asking, are Scrapers and Attacker C44 going to be in stock soon?
Scrapers have been ordered today, so they'll be next week. And Attacker, I've got to go through the rack this morning, has just got away from it again. So the plan is hopefully tomorrow I will get the Attacker what's missing up to date. So probably next week. Watch this space, should be for next week. Rob wants an old Camino. Was there?
I'd say I had a 3-litre Capri until I had to put tyres on it. And seeing as the usual thing, the front wings were literally just about to fall off on their own because they're just rotten. It was time to get rid of it at that point.
Yeah.
I had a few 2.8 injections when I was younger. I had a first 2.8 injections that came out that didn't have a limited slip diff. That was a bit of a handful. And I had a couple of the later ones that got limited slip diffs.
I'd have thought you were a 13 laser man myself.
13 later, yeah.
Smooth.
He's like me capris.
Did you have a leather jacket?
Did you climb out the window pretending, you know, like Starsky and Hutch type thing?
Moving on.
Bonnet.
Slide across the bonnet. Every time I went to the supermarket, slide across the bonnet.
The thing is, Capri's got that hump in the middle, haven't they?
I know, yeah. It's not conducive for sliding across in one easy movement.
Big bonnet, big hump in the middle.
But
it was always trouble in a car park trying to judge the distance, though, wouldn't it? So you sat there and like, can I make it?
Yeah, Jez has put a Jag XGS car would be nice to be rotted before you even get it out of the box. A pile of dust.
Chris C saying, "Hi Phil, Matt. Do you know when we'll be able to get the 30-second Kitty Hawk helos in the States? Can't find them anywhere locally. eBay's is way overpriced. We can't get them over here, can we?"
This is a conversation we've been having. Don't start. I've got a review of them. Got a review of all of them. My man who lives just down the road has got an in with Kitty Hawk, you see, and we've spoken to them, and it's one of those things where they have a distributor, so they won't sell to anybody who's trade in the Western Hemisphere, basically. But apparently you can go to them direct and just buy for them. So if you want to do that, that's probably the best and easiest way to get them.
Where is he? In the US, did you say?
No, Tiggs, isn't it?
No, Andy.
In the States, yeah.
He's in the States, so they've got the same issue as we have then over here, that they can't get Kitty Hawk either.
It looks like Kitty Hawk, you know, obviously this is just my surmising of it. It looks like they're bypassing retail sales and obviously stockists. So what they're saying, they've got a website now. You can buy for them direct and get them pretty much within a week. Just obviously, mind you, you might get clobbered for customs because, as I say, we got one of our members got caught the other day with it. But I know a few people who've bought direct off of them, and they get caught all the time because, obviously, funny enough, they're a reputable company, so they actually do put the costing on the box. So obviously, you will get customs charges when it comes in, but they are cheaper. So swings and roundabouts.
One of the guys, Kimberly Bull was saying, is the new 48th SU33 C flanker announced by AK Interactive a reboxing?
No.
I'd imagine that's a reboxing of the
kinetic.
Now, one of the guys is saying that the SU33 is a new tool from Minibase. The new tool from from Minibase looks great. I'm sure that one there is they did it for Kinetic.
Yeah, Minibase. Didn't they design the Kinetic one?
Minibase did the Kinetic one, which Kinetic sold, but a lot of people seem to think it's the same kit. It's not. It's completely
slightly different. Yeah,
different. It's got different wings and fold up and everything. It looks nothing like the Kinetic one, to be honest.
Well, from what I was reading, it's the 17% difference to the new Minibase one that's coming out to the original Kinetic one.
Oh, right.
So obviously using a lot of original bits off the Kinetic one.
Yeah. But obviously the European distributor for those is going to be AK by the looks of it.
Yeah, Sean says Minibase is a brand new company based in China. Yeah, but they're a new company as in producing the kit, but I don't think they're a new company as in designing kits, because the Kinetic one was never designed by Kinetic. We believe it's actually designed by Minibase, who then obviously, Kinetic then.
There's all types of rumours going around. Apparently, as I say, it's rumours. I am speculating, but from what I've been told, Minibase are behind quite a lot of stuff. They do a lot of design work and that for other manufacturers. Cause they're one of these companies that people outsource to, which is something like AMK came out of as well, because AMK used to do it originally. Then they started doing their own and everything, and that's why it took forever, apparently, for the Tomcat to come out, because they were doing other work. So, which pays the bills as far as they're concerned. But so it's a similar situation to those, but they've obviously decided to go alone now. But looking at the stuff, because me and Matt did almost a show on it, it looks really nice. The wing fold looks absolutely beautiful, and obviously you've got this thing about you can open up panels to show the engine inside, which I know you can do the Kinetic one if you want to open them up, but this one sort of, it's quite a nice way to do it.
Pete Roxy says, "What's the news on the Kinetic Harrier?"
Well, I've got one here, still boxed. I haven't even taken it out yet. We've got them coming in soon, haven't we? Look, I have one. Should I do a live unboxing?
Yeah.
Well, I hope this is what's in it. If not, I've had this sat now here since last week, and I haven't even opened the box yet. Hold on.
The news on the Kinetic Harrier is there is no news.
Right.
We don't want to talk about it.
Let me get in here, because apparently in here should be a GR3. Ooh. Look, it's like Christmas. Ooh, look at that. So here we have it.
You could sell
who put sellotape to the box?
Oh, has it?
Just like to point out, I did make that damage.
You can sell on eBay for hundreds of pounds.
Yeah, there you go. That's what one looks like.
Is it? Now put it straight in the bin.
Again, it's annoying, effing annoying, to be honest. You put the beep in there is because we'd love to flog this kit, but we can't get hold of them. So, although we might have a couple coming in, haven't we?
What?
We might have a couple coming in, haven't we? Or is that a different one you ordered the other day?
No, it's not. No. That was the little Airfix one.
Oh right, okay. I just saw an invoice going through with them on. So, but yeah, look what you could have if you go directly to Lucky Model.
Kinetic, innit?
Lucky Model. So Lucky Model's Kinetic. So you can get it direct. So yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, go and get it direct.
Don't worry about us. We'll starve.
Yeah. I tell you, if I get a box in, I'm going to put petrol on it and burn them all. And film it.
Sean says that Minibase is a brand new company out of China. I looked them up on ScaleMates. Got to be right then, isn't it? But no, they have been around a while. They've been doing various things for other people.
It's a new manufacturing company, but not.
They've been designing for other people. Is that what they've been doing? Is it? Cool. So yeah.
Josh says, today I ordered some decals from Drew Decals from Greg. What is your opinion? Sorry, draw decals. To be honest, I'm on a little screen in my defence. Draw decals from Greg. Who's Greg? Has anyone ever used draw decals?
I've never heard of them.
Blank expressions from everybody now. To be honest, I've never heard of them. So I can't really comment on that one.
No. Who's Greg?
I don't know who Greg is. What is the standard quality of Kinetic models?
Pretty
Again,
good,
if you're looking at their early stuff, it's a little bit iffy. So, like, if you're comparing their F-16s to Tamiya, it's night and day because the Tamiya one's beautiful, but it's all there. You got the shape and everything else. It's just a little bit more clunky. But over the last, I would say, last 5 years, they've really got their act together and they've got some really nice stuff coming out. As I say, this is a kinetic Hornet, which is better than the Hasegawa one or anybody else's out there. And as far as I'm concerned, it's the best one on the market. It's a really very, very nice kit. Very
I think
nice
that's
indeed.
probably annoying because the kits are so nice and cool. You know,
It is. You know, I've said this before, and that's why I have this love-hate relationship with Kitty Hawk. Is that, you know, they do really good stuff, no problem at all. And Kitty Hawk just let down by, I think they rushed their kits out. If they spent a little bit more time, they could get them fixed. And Kinetic have really got hold of it now. They do these gold series now, which apparently have got better tooling and everything else that goes in with it. But can you get hold of them in England? Forget it. So,
well, I mean, we'll get them. Don't think we can.
Yeah, just take. By the time we get them, everyone's got one.
That is the point that we're trying to make. It's not that we can't get them. We will eventually be able to get all the kinetic stuff when our importer brings them in.
Just everybody, like you said, will have imported.
Every man in this job will that boat will have gone because everybody will have just gone straight to get them from Lucky Model or wherever. So it just kind of defeats the object. It's
yeah,
it is what it is, isn't it? I suppose.
They're saying in chat that you need to auction do a live auction now for the Harrier.
Harrier. To be honest, it's not mine.
It's not
That's the thing. It's mine here for a review, and that's it. So, and then the kicker is, the idea is I can keep that one, and then when we get them in stock, I'll replace it. But we might not ever get them in stock, so I didn't do anything too bad to it because it might have to go back.
Yeah. Oh,
look, phones work again. Do you want to mute us this time? We won't be talking anything about genital warts.
You can still hear us. It forgets people can lip read as well.
Yeah. As you forget, you have to do this. Yeah, that's it.
How do we do this? Yeah, like they do on TV at football, isn't it?
That's the great thing about wearing masks, isn't it? For social distancing out, you say what you like under your breath, and people can't lip read.
Yeah, but you got to feel sorry for obviously deaf people who lip read.
Yes. Well, that's the weird. Have you seen the ones with the clear panel though for people so they can lip read you? It looks really odd. It looks like a goldfish bowl in the middle of your face. You see your mouth going, and you're like, yeah, it's not good. It's not a good look.
Does that work again or shell?
Shell.
What?
I said we're live on air. She says, yeah, that's why I text you to see if you were on.
That sort of thing Leslie would do.
Apparently, Draw Decals is a small niche company. Maybe why we've never heard of them. I have a set for a future build. They look nice. Yeah, I must say, I've never heard of them. I'll have to do some homework on them.
They do 114 airliners. That's be another reason why we've not heard of them.
Yeah, we don't do. Well, I do a few of those. I have been known to dabble in the airliner business.
You've done one.
Well, does the VC10 count?
No.
Steve says Steve said Draw Decals are very good. Greg is the owner.
Oh, right. Okay. Hello, Greg. We'll give Greg a shout out then. Or what they call Draw Decals. There you go. That's his 5 minutes of fame on the show. He's all right.
Everybody go look at Draw Decals after the show.
Go and have a look at Draw Decals. You'll be wondering, what the hell? I've got all these people.
Yeah. And we'll send you my bill when he's sold out stuff.
Tim says not everyone buys kits when they're first released. I sure don't. The problem is a lot of people do.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, they do too.
From a business point of view, like we see it, is that we will get in cartons full of a kit and they will all go, and then we might have 5 or 6 kits left that will sit on the shelf for a year.
Yeah.
You know, because it's that initial boom and it goes. So
yeah.
You know, obviously you get people who just generally shop in and like things for group builds and stuff like that. That's why we've got a warehouse full of kits and we just don't have a box and get rid of them straight away. But, you know, it's one of those things. You need, from a business, you need to be at the front end with it. But then as we find out, you get other companies who are so far at the front end, they don't even have the stock.
Yeah.
Which is another annoying thing. When are the Kitty Hawk SU30s due in the UK? There you go. We've answered that. Better go off going direct.
Oh, they're in. They're in already.
Oh, are they in those ones, are they? So how comes they're in, but the helicopters aren't?
I'll ask the importer. Yeah, I'm sure the SU30s are in. I'll have a look and let you know.
Look, there's a nice review here of that said model. Look. By a well-known modeler.
Modeler.
That's me. I hate, because somebody else yesterday emailed me and said about as an influencer, and I was like, I'm a modeler, not an influencer. I hate it. It's like, but yes, very nice. Look, we can watch.
Right, so what was it you was on about? The SU what?
The SU30 SM, the new one, 48 scale.
Oh no, that's not it. No, it's not in. The SU30 MKK is in.
Yeah, that's the old one. Yeah.
The 27 SM3 flanker B. That's two. Is that the 2-seat one? The B.
I don't know. UB is normally just.
No, the UB. Sorry, that's in.
Yeah, that's the 2-seater.
To be honest, I'd hang on and just get the Great Wall Office one when we get it next year. Because it'll be far more buildable.
Yes.
Yeah, so no, it's not. My apologies. I thought it was. What happened?
I did a review of the SU35.
What? Yeah, that was it. What?
That was the Great Wall Hobbies one, wasn't it?
Oh, sorry, yeah, Great Wall, yeah.
Yeah, no. What happened to that? You know, when we went to Riyadh and everybody bought a Kitty Hawk and John started building it and then binned it off.
Yeah.
That was a Kitty Hawk SU27, wasn't it?
Or was that the Great Wall Hobbies SU35 you was doing?
No, it was the SU35 that was a good one. It was definitely Kitty Hawk, yeah.
But which one was it was building?
That one's out of 35.
Yeah, but it's not on here. That's what I'm saying.
I thought they bought their 35 out first, and then Great Wall Lobby bought theirs out.
Oh, there it is. I've got the. Oh, it's not. It's not the Chinese. Yeah, it was. It was a 35. I'm just looking for the Kitty Hawk one.
Because Rob bought the resin engines for his Kitty Hawk one, didn't it? Which were actually for the Great Wall Lobby one that didn't fit.
Well, actually, that initial release then is not available no more by the looks of this. It's just the Chinese version. Ah, okay. Interesting.
Weird.
Yeah, a little bit, isn't it? Yeah.
But this kit you can see on screen here, which is the SU30 SM. This one is a very nice kit. This is one of those really annoying things because out of all the flanker family, this one's really nice. It's got a fully detailed engine. It's got fully detailed up to everything. It looks like it's going to go together quite nicely and everything. Can't get it. Yeah, this one's got all the radome at the front. You can either have open or closed. So it's got all, you're straight out of the box, a really nice kit. Can't get it. Really, really frustrating.
So whose kit's that then?
This one on is Kitty Hawk 48 scale one.
Oh, right, okay.
So, yeah.
Fair enough.
It's one of those where you're like, ah! There are some shots of an AFV Club Facebook with an M113 LRV Australian version with a turret. Has anyone heard when it might be coming out? Ooh, AFV. Don't know. Pass.
No clue, sorry.
I must admit, I did watch that film the other day on whatever it was, which was the Australian forces when they had the M113s giving fire support and that coming up.
Oh, I've seen that advertised on Netflix.
Yeah, really, really good film. Excellent film. Very, very good.
Yeah, right. I'll give that
is that in Vietnam, is it?
Yeah. But yeah, cameo role. You got these things rolling around, scooting about, doing fire support with 50 cal turrets on the top.
Cool.
So yes, good film.
Say cameo role by what's his face? Got his name. It's gone.
What, Mel Gibson?
Yeah.
Painting himself blue, swinging through the trees. Freedom!
A really bad Scottish accent. You'd think, I'm not being funny, there's some really top Scottish actors in there, or have been and still is. I think they could have got a Scotsman to play a Scotsman in a film.
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor. No, because he can't. He has to play Jesus or Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's typecast.
But no, they get an American Australian to play a Scottish folk hero. So Hollywood is bizarre at times, isn't it?
Yes.
So,
what are your thoughts on gas patch kits? I've never built one, but they look
very nice.
Very, very nice. Beautiful. Yeah. We've seen a lot of their aftermarket stuff, don't they? They do like guns and they are absolute works of art.
Yeah, they do the turnbuckles and stuff, don't they?
Yeah, they're as I say, some of the guys have bought the guns for the World War I aircraft, and I don't like some type of 3D metal printed, I think, but they are absolutely beautiful designs.
Yeah. Talking of beautiful kits, because Andy will back me up here. Luke Graff.
Yes, very.
Have you seen what they're releasing? A Hawk and Nimrod Mark 1.
Yeah.
Ooh.
In 32nd.
Is in the biplane Nimrod?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just making sure you're not thinking of the comic conversion.
No. It's a biplane Hawk and Nimrod Mark 1. It's a resin kit, but we've seen them at Moss that year, didn't we? Because you were looking at some, Andy, weren't you, Luke Graff at the time?
That British flying boat.
Yes. Yeah. I tell you what, that looks nice, because that's going to be a nice size as well in 32nd. That's going to be gladiator size, isn't it, in 32nd?
Yeah.
Perhaps a bit smaller, but it's going to be,
Not cheap though, are they?
not cheap. It's retail is 135 quid on it. But,
have they got the Hawk and Nimrod on display at Hendon? They've got a beautiful. So I'm sure it's the Nimrod. They've got a gorgeous one in there. But
they could, because these were all nice dope silver, weren't they? With the nice bright schemes on them.
Yeah.
Because this one's got like a blue and white checker on the top of the wing.
Yeah, it is at Hendon, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm sure it's Hendon. They've got that one. The Hawk and Nimrod down on
it's
the.
straight in front of you.
Yeah.
And there's Sea Fury on one side, and then they got Hurricane or Spitfire on the other side. Yeah, and it's straight in front of you.
Yeah, it's a proper nice kit that does.
Well, it was a few years ago, anyway.
Probably moved it round by now.
Because I've not been to Hendon for ages.
Yeah, those gas patch kits are really nice. We have had them in before, and Bryn's got one. Bryn had one, didn't he?
What's that, gas patch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what he's got, but yeah.
They are really, really nice kits.
Yeah, this is the thing on that kit. Look, resin engines were drooped for powered down.
Oh, they come with the kit, do they?
They come with a kit. Have you not seen the review, Andy? Thanks for watching.
I'm about to say, I'm sadly surprised.
They're not as nice as obviously those other ones from that Russian company, but considering they're in the kit, they're fully detailed right the way through. By the time they're cleaned up and that, I think it'd be very nice. Come in a nice little container. Quintana Studios 3D decals.
Oh, have you seen Edard doing 3D printed cockpit stuff?
Yeah.
What, sticky type?
I don't know what they are.
Like those ones are.
Because he says, "Oh, do you think they've took to Quint Studios stuff?"
Yeah.
Nicking their sort of cockpit thing.
Those Quint Studios, I've got the ones for the Hind, which I actually bought before I got the Hind. But yeah, they are absolutely.
Because they've just released it for the Herc as well, haven't they?
They have, yeah. They are really, really nice. There's got to be some sort of collaboration between them and Zvezda, because
there's got to be something in there. Yes, yeah, I've said that definitely. That's far too like the stuff they brought out for the Herc, because it's also the photo etch as well to go all of it. Not that you're going to see anything inside it, but it's the full cockpit flight deck area, the lot. So yeah, they've obviously been working together a long time over that.
Yeah, a little cracking.
Because you'll see lots of it in an Herc, won't you?
That's what I said. You see sod all in there.
They're fairly easy to get hold of now. I mean, before, when I bought the ones for the Hind, it was I think you had to bought them off his Facebook page, and
Yeah, but that's not that long ago, is it?
No, exactly no. But then, so like now, other companies have started, getting hold of them, haven't they? Supply.
I've got 50 quid even, or pounds, I should say. What kit do I buy? Any scale or genre?
God, what
50 quid. What we got on offer? Hold on.
I'd say that AMK F14.
Yeah, but that's 52.
Yeah, it's over budget. Where's the
£2 budget.
There we go. I'll tell you what, for 50 quid, seriously, if you could have a little bit of a mishmash round here, because the Tamiya P51, especially if you're new to the hobby and coming in, is a beautiful kit. It falls together, great detail, and it chips peanuts money. And then you could buy, if you wanted to, like a Sky Raider Tamiya, because that's really nice kit, goes together very, very well. If you want something a little bit more detail than that, you've got a Mustang. You could have a couple of things for 50 quid.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
But say the Tamiya F16. Look, he's rushed out and he's grabbed his other one again. You ought to leave it on your desk. We talk about it every show. But to be honest with you, the Tamiya F16 for 46 quid, that's a really... But here he goes. Hold on. Wait a minute, he's coming back with it.
When he trips over his trousers down the landing.
That's what I said yesterday. He goes head first through the drywall. Honey, I'm home. So yeah, but anyway, shortly you'll see an F16 rack up in a minute. I built a few of them. Again, the video builds on it. Beautiful kit. Really, really nice.
Phil, just keep pulling stuff up to us to keep running up and
I will
downstairs.
do. What else has he got downstairs?
What else has he got in his cabinet?
So yes, he's dusting it off down there probably. That's what he's doing. So yeah, really nice. But the F16, if you want something modern, armour. What are we thinking armour, Matt? You're more of an armour man. Oh Christ, he's brought everything up. There you go. Sky Raider, both versions.
That's the Army one.
That's the Air Force one.
But we ain't got that on sale, so you should have left that downstairs.
Can't have that.
That's on back order.
That's the
Navy one.
But it doesn't come with a wing fold set though, does it?
No, it doesn't. No, that's
That's extra.
Who is it? Who do the wing folds? Resin wing folds.
Can't remember now, but yeah. You can just get it with a straight wing like the other one does.
Yeah.
Now you got F16?
No, I haven't. No.
Oh.
I've got them in boxes still, but I don't know.
I've got a giant one here. You think of all the F16s I've built, I actually don't have one here. I've got one in bits that I've used for parts. It's literally just the fuselage now.
It shows to people who naysayers that I do build.
Yes, it's proof over the last 50 years. He's built 4. So yeah, what about armour? 50 quid wise, what are we thinking?
Well, that just about any of the Tamiya kits.
Or Meng?
Meng have got a bit pricey though. They're a bit above 50 quid now, to be honest. If you're looking like Tamiya, really, there's loads if you, and it's nice and easy to build. And I'm just looking at here what we've got. I tell you what, the Trumpy stuff's all right as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Copy Boss ones. If you want detail mini art, ICM stuff is fab, and there's Zvezda armour stuff, so you could get a couple of kits really.
I was going to say, what you could do, if you wanted a bit of a smorgasbord, say, get the Tamiya P51, right? And then you could have in there a nice Panther or a King Tiger look for 30 quid.
Yeah.
Got a few options down in here. We got a Sherman.
Shermans are good.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much are the Charlies now? They're 50 odd quid, aren't they, the Charlies?
41.
Oh, right, 41. There you go. Have a Charlie 2 or... Yeah, there's loads.
Yeah, it's the MRAPs jumped a bit and it's 54.
Like most on a bike, on a motorbike, says Big Jimenez is calling the Daswork 172nd U-boat his kit of the year. Somebody should be. I think of a boat.
I'll tell you, I'm tempted with that World War I U-boat. I've got to say. I think
you have said that you fancy doing it for the group,
yeah.
don't you?
But me saying fancy doing it and me actually doing it are two different things. But I do actually like the idea of a World War I rather than a World War II U-boat.
Yes.
I tell you what, there's some kahunas to get in one in World War I, didn't they? A bloody submarine. Jesus.
Or latter part of World War II, really.
But I'm thinking the proof of concept weren't that old then, was it? In 1914.
Yeah, getting a tin can and hope.
A tin can and going under the sea. Yeah.
They did have them in the American Civil War, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I know. An old.
Not quite. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was like a barrel, wasn't it? With with a corkscrew and a guy inside pedaling.
So yeah, it's yeah. Poof. I'll tell you what else actually. You know, if you're going for armour, is either the Takum, the Blitz kits are pretty good.
Yes.
At a nice price, or the Dasworks Panthers, which are the Takum kits without the interiors. You can see.
Yeah.
obviously see me stocks here.
Yeah, Tim says it's pretty big, isn't it, the Sky Raider? It is when you think that that's a Sky Raider and that's a
Mustang.
Yeah.
P-51s are a big plane now, aren't they, really?
P-51's a big plane, yeah. I mean, considering, yeah, that's a
109, that's it. That's a better
109.
Put the 109 against it.
It's tiny. Yeah, compared to a...
Again, trouble with the Sky Raider, it came along right where everything turned to jets. So the Sky Raider is actually a really good aircraft, but it was short-lived, really, because everything superseded it really quickly.
Yeah.
But considering it was designed at the end of World War II...
I don't know, it had a 20-year thing, though, because it did Korea and Vietnam, didn't it?
Yeah, but it was in short-lived, as in it could have been one of those aircraft that could have carried on forever, really. It's like the A-10 of its day, wouldn't it? You know, like the A-10 have been trying to get rid of it for years, but haven't found anything better.
Mm.
I mean, what took over from the Sky Raider? Well, Sky Raider really was Navy, wasn't it? So
the Sky Raider technically got replaced by the
A6.
A7 Crew Corsair, wasn't it? Replaced
A7,
it in its role, but yeah.
Mm. So what do we think to this Bruno Bismarck turret in 72nd?
Michael said it was a MiG killer as well.
Mm.
Everything was a MiG killer until they decided it wasn't a MiG that they actually killed.
Where are we? The Luke Craft 132nd Dragon Rapide. He's bought it earlier this year. Beautiful kit. That's from Kenneth. Beautiful aircraft, isn't it? Old Dragon Rapide.
Yeah, it's
classic.
a really
very much classic.
Very pretty. I say the Avalon don't make ugly aircraft, do they? Or they didn't.
No.
Harry says, just looking at the Hobby Boss on site, and the 48 A6E tram intruder is down as a Hobby Boss kit, Hobby Boost kit. Don't change it though. It's up there with Mr. Sprout.
yeah, the Mr. Sprout borers.
You changed to Sprout, didn't you?
I'm going to change it.
Yeah, it was moved to Sprout.
Mr. Spout.
I think that was classic.
It sounded better.
To be honest, that's why I do it sometimes. It's like I'm comical effect, isn't it? Because I'm sort of known for it.
No, that was just a misspelling. That weren't for anything, but it got a good comical effect.
And
right,
Matt must have put the Hobby Boss A6 on because that's an old kit. So.
Should we do a couple of questions?
Yes, let's do some questions.
Okay, questions off the forum for the PM show consist of Roger says, just finished the Meng 135th scale Husky, great kit. I'm trying to find some modern British soldiers to go with it, specifically a driver for left-hand drive. Why, does it matter if it's left or right? Surely usually they're like this position rather than changing gear.
Don't know.
Unless he's trying to change gear like that and then it looks a bit...
Yeah, it looks like he's winding down a window.
Yeah. Like I say, Gecko do some modern figures, but they're more... The only driver figure, it comes with that... that thing.
Yeah, Yeah, I know. You mean the Banana Splits mobile.
The Banana Splits wagon.
Yeah.
He's
a driver, but I don't know if you'd be in the same position for doing a truck.
No,
because it's motorbike steering on that thing, isn't it? It's like this.
Yeah, but instead of that, chop his hands off and do that.
Or he's just holding on the midsection in the weird bit in the middle.
Do the indicators.
Yeah.
Indicators stop in the...
To be fair, modern British equipment that we use now doesn't look much different to American stuff, does it?
No.
And obviously, weapons, are slightly different, but equipment-wise, especially if it's inside a truck, I don't think you'd even tell the difference, would you?
You're pushed, I think, to tell the difference. Yeah.
I was going to say, if you painted him in the uniform, isn't it?
Yeah, but even the uniform
got a set.
Even the uniform is pretty much a similar camo, isn't it?
Apparently, Masterbox make a set for UK figures. They do drivers as well. That's what we need to know. Failing that, you could always take Trevor, the serial killer trucker, and just convert him, put him in some khakis, rolled up,
and shrink him a couple of scales.
Oh, is he the wrong scale for that? Damn.
He's 24. Not
30. Is he 24? Fell bugger.
That's YouTube monetization gone again.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Which questions are you in?
I'm in PM's questions. Why? Where are you?
Well, I'm in live lockdown PM show.
No, I'm in Ask the PM Store questions Wednesday show section.
Oh, are you?
I'm in there.
You're in the wrong bit then.
No, because these are the questions for the PM Store for this week. Kevin says, "Hi guys, thanks for the shows again. I'm wondering if you can get hold of spares for the Procon Boy airbrushes. I've had to take the crown. I've taken the crown on the front end off on Sunday to clean it, and it caught the air hose pulling out the stand and landed needle first, bending it 90 degrees. That's not a good look. And then damaging the nozzle. So yeah, he's going to need both the front end. Have we got any, or have we?
No, we're not doing any. We're not, because we're not doing airbrushes at the moment. We're not carrying spares either, mainly because it's a supply and demand thing, and it would just. It's better off with specialists who know what they're doing.
Yes.
I think that's what the conclusion we came up to. I know we did try and start selling airbrushes, but it was just.
We were out of our depth a bit.
Yeah, to be honest, well out of the depth. So yeah, it's
drowning, drowning in spares.
Yeah, exactly. More drowning in how many people wanted them, and we couldn't get them.
Well, that as well. So basically, you're looking at some of your usual suspects. So the people who do replacement parts for Procon are who, or sell Procon?
I don't know. I wouldn't have a clue. I'd just go around the usual airbrush companies, and Google them. To be honest. So yes.
Grant. I think it should be probably something like Ian Grant. Oh, it is Ian Grant, just saying. Hi Phil and Matt. I returned to the hobby after about 5 years ago, and I gave up as I couldn't get decent results with an airbrush. I came across Phil's tutorials, that one, which have been brilliant, pretty much sorted me and given me a new lease of life. Thanks for all the great work. Question. I have in my stash a 1/48 scale Tamiya Swordfish. I'd like to build it with the albacore and barracuda. Who did the albacore? Somebody did that, didn't they?
Special Hobby and Trumpet.
That was it, yeah. Because we were saying I'd never seen one before. So, yeah. I can't find any tutorials or reviews for the Trumpy albacore. I thought I did the one for the albacore. Didn't you send it down to me or something? Which I'm just about to order for PM. I am purchasing a dog, or is it okay? To be honest, if it's the albacore, did I not do it?
I thought you did, but it's not another kit, by the way. It's all right.
Yes.
I don't know how accurate it is, but it's a later Trumpy kit, and it'll be fine. To be honest, it'll be a nice build.
I'm sure you sent it down to me, and I was like, I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, I seem to remember you doing it.
And then we auctioned it.
Yes.
Because you were just taking the mic all the time, because it's like. I wonder if you did it in one of the Friday shows, or
perhaps it was a Friday show we did it on. Yeah, one of the early Friday shows when we used to put the reviews were in amongst.
Yeah.
But yes.
But you will be fine with it.
Yeah, it is a nice kit.
It's okay. You'll have no problem.
Barracuda's special hobby, isn't it?
The what? Sorry.
The Barracuda's done by Special Hobby, isn't it? I'm just making sure I haven't got one. What's the one I've got? Yeah.
No, the Barracuda is Special, but I don't know if they still do the 48. They did the 72nd one, but I don't know if the 48th one's still in production. They've definitely done one, and say they did do an albacore as well in 48 Special Hobby, but that was more limited.
Because the other one, which is obviously a little bit like it, is the Firefly, isn't it? It's a bit like the Barracuda in some ways. I know it's not, but close. But if you're into that realm with them, that's a nice kit. Very, very nice.
Yes, that comes with resin and all sorts, doesn't it?
Yeah, that comes with all the nice stuff as well. But that's the Special Hobby for the Fairy Firefly, which is a little bit like a Barracuda if you squint your eyes on a dark night in the fog. So yes, the only trumpeter is the Sea Fury. No, because your other one for Sea Fury is the Airfix one, which we've all built. Apart from that.
Yep.
I built mine.
Oh yes, you did. Yeah, sorry, you did. Yep.
I did the Dutch one.
You did, and I did a Cuban one.
What did you do, Anthony?
I did a
Royal Navy.
Yeah.
These were the days when we used to have more time on our hands and we used to build live on air. Nowadays, we spend our time answering questions and just doing it. But yeah.
It's in the thing. It's in the cabinet.
Yes, it's in the cabinet. Go and fetch it.
Yes. If you go back a few years, you'll see us where on certain shows we used to build kits. And so over the years, we've all done group builds together. So we've all built Hunters. We've done Phantoms.
SU-27s or 33s.
Yeah, we did the flankers in different versions. I did 33s, 27s.
Built transit vans.
Transit vans, yeah, cool. Those were the days.
If you're building a thingamajigger, you got to spend 6 weeks discussing what colour the wheels are.
Yes.
That's with a
well, you lot did. I just painted one and got on with it. But yeah, we did the Phantoms as well. We all did F4 Phantoms, the Airfix ones.
But did you do yours the right colour, Phil, or the wrong colour?
I'm pretty sure mine's probably wrong. But who knows? No one can see it. It's at the store with all the others. They're all in a cabinet together. Currently building with the Tempest, the Eddard, and the Typhoon Hasegawa. The Sea Fury is very good surface detail and spot on. Any chance for a review of the Albacore? I will look after the show because I know for a fact I was like, the hell is that? And I'm sure I've done it. I just don't know where it is. Perhaps I didn't transfer it across when we moved over sites a couple of years ago. I know a lot of them didn't make it over. I think we've got something like 590 reviews now, something up there. But when you go through the list, it tells me it's 900.
Oh, just while thinking, Bronco do the quad bike with a driver in 35th. We've got it in stock.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
but if he's riding a quad bike, that's slightly different to a lorry, isn't it? You have to bend his legs a bit.
Well, you can convert him. No problem. Bit of sturgeon, and he'll be all over it.
By the time you've chopped his out at the elbow, shoulders, hips, legs, knees, and rewired him fine with a bit of putty, you might as well have sculpted one yourself. Right, Rob says, I missed one. No, Rob says, I'm thinking of asking the boss to get me the 32nd scale Zucamori kit for Christmas. The two that I'm considering is the Sky Raider or the Horton 129. Thoughts on both, please? Ease of construction. I wouldn't say they're easy construction. There's a lot of construction. Also, just checking the decals on my 48 scale Mark, 5, 6, 7, 8 Spitfire. I got at Telford sale last weekend. They are labelled Eddard 2020. So they'll be the new type who's going to build it. Again, like we were saying yesterday, I think if you know they're there, give them a whirl, you might be politely surprised. So, Zucamori, don't forget, Zucamori are usually very, very technical kits, as in they've got all the bits, all the formers, all the stuff on the inside that you'll never see when you put it together, so forth and so on. Personally, out of both, I would say the Sky Raider, but that's because I'm biased.
Yeah, I've got the 129.
Yeah.
Not the Sky Raider. The 129 is their latest 32nd kit. And Sky Raider is a good few years old.
If I was building a 32nd Sky Raider, I'll be honest, I'd build the Trumpy one.
Yeah, well, that's why I've got it. I have it here. To be honest, I had both. I had the Air Force version of the Zucamori one because I got it on the deal at Telford when they turned up, so I got all the stuff with it as well. But I honestly flogged it off. In fact, we didn't. We gave it off as a prize, if I remember rightly. And I've kept here, because I've got down in here the Navy version Trumpy one, because it's a straightforward build. So, yes, definitely. So what we're saying is go for the Horton then, yeah? Because it's the more modern kit?
It's their latest.
The Henschel, you mean? The Henschel 29, the tank buster thing.
Yeah, that's their latest kit. It was released last Telford. Was it last Telford?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think this is swings and roundabouts. There's going to be no difference. They're both going to be full-on builds. They're not going to be easy to build, or you're going to have a lot of building time with them because they are that detailed, aren't they?
The thing is that they're completely different aircraft, though, aren't they? And different sort of like genres, different everything. So it's all whatever you.
Yeah, I suppose really it's what you're into, isn't it? If you want the more sort of modern stuff, then obviously you're probably going to go with the Sky Raider. Both of them, I should think, are fantastic kits, but they are fully detailed.
Yeah.
Probably both not far off the same size, to be honest with you, because Sky Raider is big.
The only thing you've got to think of, the Sky Raider's got one engine, the Henschel's got two.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. Whichever it is, you're going to have a full-on build.
Okay, Dino says, any word on the future availability of Das Works in the UK in the lead up to Christmas? I know everything is delayed for one reason or another, that it seems that Das Works stuff and some Tackham stuff is getting scarce. Just wondering if you had any news on the kit supplier wholesaler, Grapevine, future availability, smoke signals, TomTom, Braille. That's what it's like at the moment. Yeah, pass. Das Work stuff, Matt. I know we got a bit out of stock at the moment as well, haven't we, on the site?
Yeah, again, it does come and go. Das Work stuff. Tackham, I was saying to Tackham, they've gone really sort of quiet. They've dropped loads of stuff, but they've brought out sort of 72nd. Like the Chieftain and the 432 and the dual combos, and they've done a couple of others, haven't they, in 72nd as well. So I just wonder if that's the route they're going down rather. I've got a feeling Tackham stuff's going to get reboxed by somebody else, because obviously that anti-aircraft Russian thing's done by Hobby 2000.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if that's going to be a trait that some more of the Tackham stuff that you can't get now is going to come out with either Hobby 2000 or somebody else. I don't know. Because again, Das Work stuff is Tackham kits, really, isn't it? Some of it.
Yeah.
I'm using Hobby and Das Works is a lot of them. So again, I don't know what deals they've got. Don't know.
Yeah.
Not heard anything, to be honest. So
no.
Don't know.
Pass. Graham says, Phil and Matt, who makes the best 72nd Legacy Hornet and Super Hornets? So I would say Academy for the Super Hornet, because I reviewed one only the other day, and that's very nice. Legacy wise, I don't know in 72nd, to be honest.
Probably old as a Gala, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which ain't great. In mine went in the dustbin.
Did it?
The other day, yes.
Well, it was gathering dust over in the post department for like how many years?
Because I've had a move round and cleaned up and tidied up. It was like, oh, that stuff that is going in the bin. Everything went. Again, Hornets are like, for such a common aircraft.
And such a long-lived aircraft as well. Been around a long time. Anybody in chat? Anybody got any ideas? Any built one? Because to be honest, I haven't actually built anything in 72nd that scale. And
then it carries on. Who makes the best 72nd US Air Force and US Navy F4 Phantoms in 72nd? Well, Academy does some nice 72nd US Navy ones, don't they? I don't know if they do an Air Force one, do they?
Yeah, Fujimi as well.
Fujimi ones are okay.
Fujimi ones, they're very nice. 72nd ones, bit old in the tooth now, some of them, but again, the trouble is that you find there's a few of them around in 72nd now, Phantoms, but some of them you have to be careful because they might be the reboxed raised stuff. So obviously I did a review not so long ago, which is the Hobby 2000 ones, isn't it? Which are the Hasegawa reboxes.
Yeah, they're all right.
They were very, very nice. These ones here. I've got the pictures of it here. But again, you get the mast sets and the various bits and pieces in these. So this is the C. They also do the D as well. But again, they're a little bit modular because they're just sort of showing their age a little bit. So where are we? Going in now. Again, they are just a repop of. And again, it's that used to be all done in the same way. Cut the front end off of the different versions. So that's exactly what this kit is. But again, once it's got together, I say once you get past that layer, and I think I say it in the review as well, get past that initial stage of getting that lined up and looking nice, actually it's no problem. It's all recessed, so it's not like it's raised details and stuff. It's very finely done. It's just that by today's standards, you would probably see more surface detail, but no one does those anyway. So that's where my money would go. And obviously availability, because some of the other ones, like the Fujimi ones, are a little bit hard to come by. But that is mainstream. We've got them in stock now, haven't we, those, I think?
Yeah, sorry, I was reading another. Sorry, I'm miles away. I was reading something else quite amusing. There's one version still in stock, one sold out. Cold thing. The thing is with MLB 2000 kits, I've just having a thought about it. No worries on about Takum. Because obviously they're reboxing for Jimmy, Hasegawa, obviously the Takum one that they've already done. Is like, is this just a one-run thing? Are they limited edition, or are they actually going to carry on with them? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's only time will tell, because I've got no idea. Don't say limited edition on the box, like, but
no.
The F4D is in stock and the F4C is out of stock.
There you go. Yeah.
And then he says on here, is Hasegawa changing their bottles to jars? Oh, Jesus, don't now. No. You've just been making executive decisions about this. This is all we need. Because you saw on their Instagram account, they're showing jars.
Well, Instagram, I'm looking on their Facebook page. There's nothing on Facebook about it at all.
As always, not being, just because we happen to sell it, we're the last to know. This is what we were talking about at Pataka. It's our main gripe with them. We seem to be the last people on the planet to find anything out. You think they might tell their stockists and people, but there you go.
If it is true, then that's a wise choice from Pataka. That's all I'll say on it.
Well, to be honest, me and Matt have said they need to switch to jars. That's what we've actually said. If they wanted to cure all their problems, stick it in a freaking jar, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. So anyway.
But the trouble is, though, does this mean they're going to have a new paint rack? I'm not being funny. It makes it difficult for people like us when we've got a paint rack loaded and they're going to switch them out. So does this mean we're going to have to run two lines side by side? It's, I don't know. Here we go again.
Yeah, well, till we figure, I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, pass. Okay, right. Clive says, hello, Phil, Matt, and Andy. Let's talk turkey. Oh, God. I've been keen to get involved with the turkey shoot weekend. I normally build quite slowly over 6 weeks. Might have a problem there. To do the Armour Hurricane, but I've also do a bit of speed building. Would be interesting in your thoughts about doing the Airfix 148 scale Tiger Moth for a weekend project. Suitable or not? You reckon you get it done in a weekend? I don't see why not. It's not that bad a kit, is it?
I think the main thing you got to think of is your paint scheme. If you go for the red and white, the red and silver paint scheme, I don't think you got a chance. If you just went for a plain silver, with the yellow bits and bobs on it, I think you'd be fine.
Again, we've seen it a few times, and we spoke to, obviously, Pranjit's built it for Airfix and stuff like that. And I think it's not a complicated build to go together. It's quite a straightforward one. And if you were doing it like you're saying in here, the one we reviewed earlier in the year with the checker paint scheme and that, if you're just going to go with silver, so if you're going to put down like LP11, which will dry pretty much within an hour, you could mask onto it. Then you could go about doing that other one. I don't think it'd be a mass thing. If you were thinking about doing something a little bit more complicated, like with the camo scheme and things like that, and you wanted to weather it, then it's going to get tight on time. But if you were doing it for something quite clean and out of the box, I don't think it would be a problem.
It does say the red check scheme he's doing, doesn't it?
Yeah, so we were saying about, he's also part two of the question really is to what red would you use? Flame red or traffic red?
Tamiya red.
Tamiya red, yeah. XF7 or LP, LP7. Whatever it is. Which is LP7, XF7 or LP7. That's where you want to go. Yeah.
So I suppose on it, looking at the box art, it's just silver and red, isn't it?
It is just red. Like if I was doing it myself, I'd just use LP or XF7 red because that's what I have. As for those two, flame red or Hataka traffic red, I don't know what the difference is. You, Matt? Stop your red?
Not without looking at them. I presume flame red brighter than traffic red, but
yeah.
Are you really going to notice?
If you're sticking to one type of red, I think you'd be fine.
Traffic red is what comes in the RAF set, with all the trainer colours.
Oh, right. With the nat on the front.
Yeah.
So you're probably better going then with that. So if you were going to do it like that, then yeah, say traffic red, because if it's trainer red, then yes.
Yeah. There you go.
The model is going to be a bit of a showbird, so it doesn't need to lend itself to weathering and various things. Some stains on the wheels, get the best way to affect the silver. If you're doing it something like that, I think it's doable, especially if you do it over the 3 days, because obviously we'll be with you on the Friday afternoon, and then we're going to be the Thursday night before. So our plan of action really is to do Thursday night, Saturday afternoon, and then we'll do right the way through. So we'll do Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, and we're going to go through them like that. So I think that would be doable, as long as you don't throw yourself too much in and you're not planning on going massively over the top with anything.
Well, again, I think people have got to remember that it's not a race, is it?
No, and you don't have to finish it.
You can start it now and finish it the weekend if you want. There's no, right, we're starting on this day at this time and you have to finish on Sunday evening when we finish. That's not how it works, is it?
No. Don't forget, the whole point of this evening, of that weekend, the Turkey Shoot weekend, is to have fun. We're going to be building along with you guys. We try and do ours in a weekend because clearly we've got other projects on the go. But if you could use that as part of your ongoing project with your build, it just so happens what we'll do is at the end of it, all the people who then got the photos up on the end of the site, by usually Monday afternoon, I'll put together the video for it. So if you're done by then, fair play. If you're not, I wouldn't race. Don't push it and rush it and ruin it. Just have fun with it.
There is one good tip though, if you're trying to speed build something over a weekend.
Yes. Although don't get it too hot.
Yeah, not too hot, yeah. Saggy Wiggins.
Okay, Nige says, hi Phil and Matt and Andy. I'll put Andy in. I have a question. Sorry, I have done very little photo etch with one of my problems being cutting them. I've tried a sharp knife, blade trick, on a tile, but they ping off and the carpet monster ends up with them or you damage them. Question, what is the best tool to get them off?
I use a Stanley knife on a hard surface, but if you put some Tamiya masking tape on the other side of it, it'll stop it pinging off.
So this is, if you watch my video, that's what I show. So you literally take your part and then you take your Tamiya tape, which is right down with it. I'll put it all over the place here. So if I just show you on an over hard, there's a video all about this. You can see it in depth. But literally, this is what I use, which is, I can't turn it over because it's one of these actually. It's an Infini cutting board upside down. But I tend to use it because of, obviously on camera, you can see it better. So if you've got small parts pinging off, what you can do is just grab yourself some Tamiya tape. Okay, you just grab your part. Okay, so let's assume we're going to be cutting off, I don't know, let's think of something like these down in here. So you just put your tape on the back like this. Hold on, we might have a closer camera if I go like that. Sorry, I've got to be set camera set up today. Okay, hold on, grab a closer camera. Wrong button. Hold on, try that camera. There we go. All right, so then you've got your bits. Okay, so let's assume we're going to be taking off this one here. Okay, so then all we'll do is grab a knife. He says, what's he done with the knife? Okay, and then I'll literally just come in, run down, and then literally just cut and cut. And then when you peel off your tape, your part is left on it. And it won't come off and it's stuck there. And that goes for tiny, tiny or big or whatever. And then it is stuck onto here and you're good to go, which in theory is quite a good one. You can leave it on it and just leave it stuck to it. And you can actually, if you wanted to, stick this to your mat, you know, with a little bit more tape. Like now I'm stuck to it. I can't get off. But, you know, grab yourself another little bit of Tamiya tape and just go like that. And then keep the parts on here. So if you want to stop your parts blowing away and pinging off and all the rest of it, you can just grab your bits and stick them on like so. Quick tip for you. And then that way, all the other parts fall off and this one doesn't. So you don't lose all your bits, even though all your rest of it does clearly. So here it is. And then just keep your photo etch. But the great thing about this, it keeps it flat. Because otherwise it's going to be, you know, off with everything else. But as I say, I just literally use these. The trouble I find is, I don't know if Andy uses it as well, if you use a too hard a surface like a tile, they ping. But on something like this, because there's a little tiny bit of give in it, it doesn't, it cuts. Okay, but you don't really want to do it on something soft like a cutting mat, because if it does, you might end up rounding the edge because it is too soft. So you need something a little bit in, but these Infiniball cutting mats I think are great for it. Because I literally just use this side. I tend to use it because it's better on camera because the camera quite likes it. Whereas obviously if you're just doing normally, it has a hard time focusing. But on these, you can literally just get in here, cut all your parts out, and you're good to go. But you use the tape trick, put it on the back, and you can just cut them all off. And I've done it in the past where I've had multiple bits. You get a bit of 40mm Tamiya tape on the back, put it right on, cut off all the parts, take it off, and they're all stuck to it like this. And then you can just come along if you wanted to, and very nice and easily just lift it off, and then you're good to go. But to keep it safe, just leave it on the tape.
Why have you got a silhouette of a steering wheel on you?
It's not a silhouette, it is a steering wheel.
Oh, right.
It's to go in my vehicle, so it'll go in here. Hopefully, at some point, he'll stick on like that, and we're good to go.
Like it was painted on or something.
No, yeah, it's like I've oversprayed. So yeah, that's the thing with that one. But anyway, there's a video all about photo etch, and I show about that. You can also use, if you wanted to, there's another trick you can do with white tack. And you can put a little bit of white tack on there, and then you can use it and then stick it, and the part sticks to it, and you can keep it, and it doesn't fly off and stuff like that.
These are quite good for cutting photo etch as well. Yeah, single-sided razor blade things. Strengths, aren't they?
To be honest, like I prefer this, but back in the day, if I just bring my overhead back on here, I used to use this, and you can see it clearly in all the marks, see all the cuts in it. And that's because, same thing, I tend to, you know, and that's why this lives in here, but on the hold and fold. But the trouble I find with this is it's too hard. Again, it's the tile thing, so you do get pinging, but with this one, it doesn't, you know, because it's got a tiny little bit of give. It also, it won't kill your blade. Because obviously doing it on a rock hard surface, a couple of passes, and you've got a blunt blade. So that's why I used to use this all the time. Nowadays, I tend to use this. So another use for getting in your thinny board, because it's dead handy for doing your little bits like that.
But Phil uses, you've got an Olaf blade, isn't it, you use?
Yeah, these is a cheap, I don't know what it is, but literally the blades are actually, as you can probably read it in there, are Olaf blades in there. So, and you buy them in a pack, it comes in a set.
Oh, like the trusty old stabby.
Yeah, that's because I'll kill myself.
Sometimes I've dropped it and it's...
Yes, that's why I literally, that's as far out as I ever have my blade. You know, God forbid that just scares the hell out of me. But I'm terrible and I will cut myself. So that's literally, normally there is my position that I have it in. And then to say it gets blunt, you just snap it off. And you've got normally, I don't know, what, 20 bites at it before you have to replace it. But it does come in. You can get them, and they do, if I can find the box, because I can never find a laptop for it. Here it is. It comes in these. So it's a tub, and you've got like a disposable end, and then obviously you get your new ones, and they are all just stuck together. They're all oiled and ready to go. So that's those. So you've got an old one at this end, which you put them in, the dead bits, and that's your clean ones, your alive ones at the top. So you just drop them in there and away you go.
Peter in YouTube chat said your steering wheel looks like an Austin Allegro. Weren't Austin Allegro's square steering wheels? Is it then have square steering wheels or rectangle steering wheels?
Don't know, can't remember.
I'm going to say with the square one, but that's dead handy around a car park.
Olfa, not Olaf.
Oh, was it? What they called?
Olfa.
Olfa. See, yeah, this is a classic, and I will stick with this. People often pull me up for my pronunciations, but as far as I'm concerned, it is what it is. It's like Tamiya, all the rest of it. That's the biggest one, because again, you speak to people from Tamiya, they say Tamiya. You go to other people, they call it Tamiya.
But even he said himself, as long as people buy his kits, not by what
absolutely, and that's why I stand by it. It's a bit like, it's only... Before I started doing this, when it was the thing, it's like Fleuret. It was what everybody used to pronounce my name as. But because I actually know it's Flory Models, everyone calls it Flory. But everyone, if you say to them, it's like Fleuret, including my mother, weirdly. Anyway, not Flory.
Bouquet.
But that's it. But people like Peter's a classic guy saying about Fujami has no A in it. But who cares? You know what it is. That's the whole point. So you get people that get so pedantic, and I get people literally give me so much hate about how I pronounce something. And it's a case of, do you build a kit? Get on with it, you know? Again, Brits can't speak English. No, because we just invented it.
He said it's in the spelling, but to be fair, I thought it was spelled Olaf's.
Yeah, Again, it is that thing. It depends on all these different things into it. But at the end of the day, as long as everyone knows what it is, what does it actually matter? But people get so het up about it. It's like, you really need to get a life. If that's the worst thing you can worry about, yeah. Okay, moving on before we get into a slagging match. Barry says, hi guys, other than the obvious decals, what is the requirement to turn the Luftwaffe IDS Tornado into the RAF GR1? Are all the parts in it to make the RAF? Technically, no, because I did it. This is the one that I did. So I converted mine into a GR1, which you can do, apart from you don't get the clear part for the, what's the technical name for it, Andy? The bit under the chin, is it the sensor, the targeting, the sensor thing? Yeah.
Yeah, where's Nathan when you need him?
Yeah, that's it. I can't remember what it. You know the thing, the chin sight. It's the one that gets the laser information back. It's got a laser rangefinder and all the rest of it. Jaguars have them in the nose of theirs, but they put them in. But anyway, it doesn't have the clear part. So if you watch my video build on that kit, what I did was use super glue. So I think I filled it up with super glue and then I just sanded it into shape and then we masked and painted it and away we went. But that's the only bit you need. The rest of it is all in the box and you can do it. Obviously decals, you're going to need a set of decals, so I had aftermarket ones for it. But yeah, I don't even know where mine is. Where is mine? Is mine in here? Oh, we don't want that version. Where are we? There we go. Video build. I think it's in here somewhere. I think it'll be down in here. Shout out if anyone sees it.
There, look, next to the jag.
There it is. That's what I did. That's the said kit next to the jag.
Is that at the shop or is that still?
That's with Nathan.
Give it Tornado, Sid. Nathan's got it.
Oh, of course did. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if I've got a bit showing where I did that bit under the chin, a photo of it. That's it. This bit in here, as I say, it comes with it. Not actually, it's a bit funny that because I'm doing that and it looks like I'm actually on Matt's navel. But the one above it, just below the gun, the clear part doesn't come with it, so you need to actually put that in. But the rest of it is obviously, it's all there, it's all fine. But yeah, as I say, Nathan's done a fantastic walkthrough on this kit as well. So if you look at Nathan's done a far better job on the video build than I did, because he's got very good at it. So he's gazumped me on this one. So there's a far better video build that he's done of it than mine. There it is. That's the one. There's the
so the GR4 had the flare sensor, which was next to it, wasn't it? So GR4's got two.
Yeah, it's like a paid penny sight, isn't it? It's a receiver thing, isn't it, for information like lasers and stuff it can see. So this is it. You get the plastic bit at the back, but you don't get the front. So what I did, I just made mine out of super glue and then sanded and polished it and then put it on. If you get the GR4 kit, it comes with it, but it doesn't come. So if you want to do a quick conversion, that's what you need to do. So all you do is it just literally comes here, is put a triangle. So you could, if you wanted to, use clear sprue and polish and sand that into shape. I used super glue and fudged it and did it that way. But I think it's turned out, it looks pretty good down there. You can't really see the difference on it. So yeah, good kit, like that one.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. And where are we? Oh god, I've got so many tabs open here. I think I need to shut a few. Hold on, everyone. Bear with me. I've got about 20 tabs open here.
Andy Martin, hi guys, I'm new to airbrushing and I've ordered the Sparmax 610 and the H&S Ultra. Just wondering your thoughts if this is a good starting kit to begin with. Yeah, solid, good solid airbrushes for beginning.
I think we've all had or got the 610, haven't we?
I've got Ultras, definitely got a couple of Ultras.
I've got a 610 up in the loft.
Yeah, up in the loft. A lot of use up in the loft, isn't it? And then, sorry, I missed one there. James, oh god.
Yeah, that's it. James is saying it's going to be stocking the big Spitfire FX. It's going to be stocking mole grips and G clamps. These are essentials. See, look, it turned out all right.
Yeah.
See? Is that the right blue on the bottom, though? Are we sure about that, Andy? You're an expert on Azor's blue, aren't you?
Looks very blue.
It does look very blue. That's only because when you held yours up, it's what it looked like. And then when you painted it, it didn't look so bad. But at the time, it was like, Jesus. But yes, very good. Excellent.
It's a weird colour, isn't it?
It's a very strange colour. Is that it? Oh, God, look. Where did these questions come from? Like, seriously. Andy just says, hi, I'm new to airbrushing. Oh, yeah, there you go. Sparmax 610. Done that. Good. Okay, Krista says, hi, guys. What's your opinion on the Voyager PE sets? They're
very in-depth.
I don't know them. Do you know them?
I know what they are. They're very, very in-depth. They're massive PE sets on Voyager. They're good.
Yeah.
But they're involved.
Right, okay, there you go. Keith says, Matt, new studio looks great, but sadly the sound... Oh, we've been over this loads of times. We'll get him sorted. Don't forget, it's only been there a week.
Not even a week, have I?
No, that's it. But yeah, it hasn't even been a week. You did it, what was it, last Friday, wasn't it?
Listen, look, everybody, that's why it echoes, because I've got a bloody great big thing where the stairs is.
Yes.
So all the sound when I talk just goes and that needs filling in.
Yes, we will get him some soft furnishings and, so when he's got his smoking jacket on and his tweed, he'll be fine.
So
get him some tweed curtains.
That's not helping with the sound in here.
But no, we will get some pictures up on the wall and the bits and pieces. But everyone goes on about, oh, you need soundproofing and all the rest of it. Well, clearly you don't, because I don't have any in here. You just need bits on the wall, isn't it, that sort of do a better job.
Yeah, there's going to be shelving and all sorts that will block it.
Because Matt's room's exactly the same size as this. So by the time you get some crap in it, it's only because it's clean. Yeah. Give him a month, it'll be full of crap. You won't be able to see the walls. It'll be full up everywhere.
Yeah, myself, Nathan, and Matt we talked about it last night, weren't we? And
yeah,
like I said, me and Nathan, we've got that much stuff in our little rooms. It doesn't echo at all.
No. And to be honest, if you listen to my early ones when I first moved in it was echoey as hell. But by the time you get some junk on the walls and all the stuff, and like I've got models hanging off of it now. My funniest one was, you know, the Edard tin plate for the not Dottie May, the other one, the whatever it was called, the P40. Yeah, that used to vibrate on the wall because I used to have it hanging on the wall. And when I used to talk, the sound waves used to make it slightly vibrate, and you could hear it on camera like vibrating. So I had to put some sticky pads behind it to stop it vibrating with the sounds going around. But no.
Yeah,
and I've just upgraded my microphone, which is just here.
Yes.
Coming into view.
Oh look, what happened to the other one? Or is that just because he's got a head on it? He's got his little. You need a pop filter and everything on that.
It's got a foam filter on it, and it's too far away to need a pop filter. I've got a pop filter, but it's on a thingy mount as well.
Is that a Blue Yeti?
Blue Yeti, yeah.
Do I need one of them, Phil?
Well, you've got that Rode one, haven't you? The mic, if we wanted to plug that one back in.
Well, the other thing is to put the lab mic back on.
Yeah, stick your lab mic. Or failing that, if we get that shotgun mic you've got, and it's just on you, it won't pick up as much room.
Yeah,
it's only because you're using the webcam, and it's miles away from you.
Yeah, I'll have to change the mic, to be honest, because it did help last time. Because I still had that big hole last time, and with either the thingy mic, lapel mic, or the other one, it was all right. I'll dig it out. It got put away somewhere, and I'll be honest, I don't know where it is.
Tony says, send your 8 boxes to Matt.
Yeah, egg boxes. Yeah, welcome to 1970s Britain. Walls of egg boxes.
Right.
Get your pictures back up. Right, are we done then?
Yes, because I've got to go. I need to get to the post office, get people's orders out today.
Yes, very good. Excellent. Well, look, thank you for joining us this afternoon. We will be back on with you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. So it's going to be replacing the Thursday night show. I think I've got a bird or something the other side of that wall because it's making squeaking noises. It's very off-putting. Anyway, so we'll be back with you because obviously there's no Thursday night show, okay? Next week, it'll be back on Thursday night because obviously it's going to tie in with start a turkey shoot and stuff like that. And then obviously we'll be back with you again. So all this week, they're on at 2 o'clock. Very easy. Or you're watching them as a replay as normal on this one, okay? What I'm going to do now is zip upstairs and do the editing because I haven't done any editing for this yet. So you'll get the next part 5 of that. We'll be up with you in the morning as we make our way through. And then we'll be back with you in the afternoon, Friday afternoon, and then obviously right the way through until Monday. So, cool. Cool. All done? Sorted?
Yeah.
Right, don't forget, as always, you get all your stuff from the PM Model Store, which looks just like this. And obviously there's 12% off Adora wings while stocks last as well, which I've just noticed. But anyway, that's all down in there. So if you want to go over there, that's pmmodelsuk.com. Very simple. You can go and get all your stuff from there. Right, very good. I'm going to play the outro. Where's the outro? We can have the outro today because it's PM1 and we like this one. So until tomorrow, guys, happy modeling. Stay safe. Take care. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.